Hey Don, it's Lucas. I thought of you, and I was out in Venice today already, so I figured I'd stop by this one. It is 1613 Alton Road. This one's at 230, but just to give you an idea of some of the fixer-uppers that are in this marketplace, they are pretty tough. So you got some stucco issues along the base here, old chalicey crank style windows, and then some screen that's missing, front door that just needs sanded and painted. But I'll take you on here and show you around. So it's at least got 1,000 square feet. It's got carpet that definitely needs pulled. They had a big old rug over it, but it's stinky. It's not that great. You got some drywall patching to do here or there. Looks like they had the TV mounted. Gonna need a paint job. We'll start over here in the living side. There's me in the mirror. It's nice to meet you virtually. So we got a little linen here, built-in wood. This is probably one of the nicest features outside of the tile in here. Was redone pretty tastefully at one point. So still old crank style windows. These are probably something you're gonna want replaced in the future. I did notice every window in here has a unit, but I don't know if this works. I'll show you later. The thermostat is just displaying it needs the battery swapped. So a little more work. Looks like they were accessing the water here. So take you into this bathroom. There's me. Nice to meet you. Shower, pretty standard. Looks like the faucet actually has a drip. I don't know if that can pick up. So this one isn't too bad. Another big old bedroom, another window unit. These actually got replaced at some point. Just that one window. This one's still old crank. It's not old crank, but it's not new. Unless they just chose a different color. It's hard to say. But big old closet. This is probably deemed the master. I'll take you around here. This is where we end up in some of the problem territory. So they tried to flip this kitchen. So they replaced cabinets. They didn't put the hardware on to open and close it. It's not soft close or anything. But this right here, big no-no. So it's right up against the wall. And whoever did this is such a ding-dong. So first and foremost, they already broke the law. Second, you can't even open the thing. That's how they've been doing it, I guess. So this whole thing needs redone. I don't know if they're aware, but you just can't do that. So over here you got fridge, more counter space, some old wallpaper up there. And I will take a quick look. I don't know if the AC actually works because this just says to replace the battery. But based on how many of these I'm looking at in here, I'm not sure it's working for them. Got some exterior wall insulation, so I think they were trying to plan to do some exterior wall work. But the sunroom's pretty nice. It overlooks a park, so there ain't much going on back there. The neighbors have it fenced in on that side. And there's an additional bathroom here, full bath. So it's kind of got the bones. It just has work that needs undone. And then that leads to the question mark of how much more did they do wrong in here? This could get added to AC. The duct line's right there. So that's something for future reference. And then in here, laundry room. The panel's not too old. I can see here they had it repiped with PVC at some point. At least as far as I can tell, it runs PVC. Square D panel, got some empty slots. So it's not overloaded or anything crazy. Water heater was 2013. And then it had a carport that probably needs repainted. There's an attic access, and I was a little bit fond of the fact it's not fully enclosed with block. That way, if wind comes from a storm, it's not just gonna pour in and push up on your ceilings. But just to give you a rough idea, I was thinking of you. So in my opinion, this is a house that, so they're priced at $230, but realistically, this thing's worse, or it's worth less than 200. It's just trying to get sellers to understand, are they interested in selling or are they committed? And this is the group of people. The house I just sold last week, they dropped the price 50 grand. I took another 15 off that and all the furniture. And that's what it takes to put a deal together. Whereas these sellers, some of them, they just overprice and they'll sit on the market for 4 months like this one. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon. If you see something similar to this and or even up to the 250 range, potentially we can get them back down below 230, 220. It's a very competitive market. And when I say things like that to these listing agents, as long as their seller is reasonable, sometimes we can make stuff happen. So take care, stay blessed, talk soon. Bye.